Hey everybody, been a while since we've been on. Just gonna kind of meander down here to take care of the birds. Just wanted to come on and do a live. Trying to make it down all these little hills and knolls and stuff that I have without slipping and falling and busting my butt in this nice, soupy, sloppy mud. Who else is dealing with mud? Jeez Louise. We had like 3 inches of snow 2 days ago. Now we have nothing. Fun. No, I take it back. We got the snow, I think, Friday. And since I'm walking down, the kids are going to be a little noisy, so I will try to be louder than they are, because they know that it's dinner time and everybody's feeling just a little bit spicy. Hello ladies, how are you guys? See, here we go. What? All right. So I know that we'll get seen and stuff like that. Guys, for the love of Jiminy Christmas, shh. Quiet. It's time for bed. All right. So I kind of want to talk about a couple of things that are going on with the club, and kind of talk about a few things that I'm seeing and stuff like that. So first of all, the club, we are growing, we are moving, and we are grooving. Yeah, right. Actually, it's pretty, hold on, time out. Sorry, squirrel. It's actually pretty dry today, but my driveway is the worst. Okay, so first off, I'm going to check feed while I'm here. First off, I want to talk about a few things with the club, as I said. We are moving and grooving, and I feel like we're really headed in a really good spot. We have new district directors. We have Jerry Payton, who's love of God. We have Jerry Payton, who is doing working on membership stuff. We have all the live videos that I've done, like the real pertinent type information, such as like the egg candling, the wing things that we've talked about, just things like that. We are working on getting all that stuff transferred over to a YouTube channel. That way it's kind of all in one spot. For those of you who have been on the old school forum that Vicki Thompson created years and years ago. Oh, that would have been bad. Sorry. This is brand new, guys. Like hours old. But the old Sebastopol Goose Lover forum, the old school chat that Vicki Thompson created years ago, working on getting the extreme important pertinent information off of that also. Such as like all the guides and all the hatching information, incubation information, etc. like that from Pete 55. The goal is to have as much information on the website as what is absolutely possible. Facebook is getting crazy. Facebook's getting absolutely crazy with some of the stuff. And I think I feel that it's a really good idea to have all this stuff in one place. Like a central location library type situation. So there's that's going on. The website, we're keeping our eye on AI stuff. I'm getting updates from the USDA, the animal plant health notifications. I'm not putting anything out there unless I see it directly come to my email from them. Let's see here. What else? Shows. We're watching shows. We got a couple that we're planning for like April. They're still going. I myself personally don't even know if I'm going to take birds, but I'm going to try to make my darndest attempt to be there. A lot of people are going to worry about it, so who knows what's going to go on with these shows. But we're still going to move forward. Speaking of shows, I would also like to mention that if you did not receive the notice and have not seen the notice, there was a change to the bylaws, an amendment. It was voted upon by members that members only of the club are going to be eligible for awards at shows. Then hopefully by the end of the year, if not in place prior to possibly, maybe we can work on like some type of end of the year type recognition. So we're kind of doing all that. Yeah, so lots of good planning, lots of good ideas, lots of things coming into play. We still need district directors. District directors, yes, we'd prefer for them to be able to show and stuff like that. But in the same token, it's just a matter of having like a go-to person for that area. Again, kind of a central type thing. So with that being said, enough on that stuff, I do believe. Something that we're seeing a lot of in all these groups that we have for Sebastopol's, geese, etc. like that is the sexes and colors. So I will admit that my brain, the way that my brain works, I am unable to retain the information that I read on the genetics. If it was something that I could physically put my hands on, and I'm sure I could come up with like a cookie recipe or something like that I could physically put my hands on to be able to comprehend it and log it into my filing system. I can understand it when I'm reading the information. I can, understand it when somebody's telling me the information. But to read it and actually keep it and retain it, I have a very hard time with it. So, if I am wrong at any point, please correct me on this, okay? So, let's talk about the whites for a moment. There are lots and lots of whites out there, and there's also lots and lots of colors out there. What the Sam? How? One of my girls is limping. She probably tripped. But anyways, so with the whites, something that we're seeing a lot of is what sex per what color it is. I would again like to reiterate that unless you know 110% the background of that bird, I personally, and I know several other people do too, assume that there is some type of color in the background of that bird. These birds are not something that people keep pedigrees on, like rabbits and dogs. There's people out there that do, but it's not, it doesn't seem like there's as many that do that. We know our lineage, we know where we bought our birds from and stuff like that, but do we really know? I mean, we're talking generations back. Look at all those instances that you hear of, so-and-so couple, and then they pop a redheaded child. Where'd that come from? I don't know. Nobody's redheaded in the family that's alive that we know. So where'd that come from? That came from years ago. So if you 100% do not know, I don't know. I myself, I assume. Man, there's some weird stuff going on today. That there is color in the background, and you're not going to be able to sex those birds by the down color. And if you've bred white birds, you know what I'm talking about. The boys are practically almost yellow. They have like a little bit of a I don't know, kind of like a dusting sometimes on the back of their head and down like their back, almost like a real light saddleback type look. Girls, they can almost look like a saddleback. They're darker, but that is only 100% white. One way to tell, and there are some that are out there, but around the bills. And when I say around the bill, I'm talking about where the bill comes into the actual head, the feathering, the down of the bird. That you'll see, my chair's sinking. You'll see basically like kind of, I don't know, more of, if you've ever had a buff, more of like the buffy tone in the bill. It's not that pinkish type color. And sometimes it can look like it's almost two-toned going throughout the whole entire bill. I looked back in my pictures, and without going onto the computer and looking, unfortunately, I do not have anything on my phone that shows a good representation of what I know is an absolute color carrier from my Sylvester. I've got older pictures of girls, but nothing that actually shows and represents the bill color. Sometimes you can even see it in the feet, that the feet look like they're almost kind of like pied, or whatever you want to call it. Pied is how I look at it, kind of blotchy. So that's the big thing that we're seeing right now is with these birds, what color, what sex. Now, in lieu of that, with your, there's the genetic breeding color charts out there, which are going to be on the website by the end of the week. Like I said, I'm trying to take all that information from the Goose Lover Forum and put it over onto the website. And my computer is acting a fool right now. I've had to restart it 3 times today alone. And I still haven't been able to actually get on the internet or get on a Google Chrome. But anyways, I have to, all the pictures, I have to save from the forum one by one and then upload to the website one by one and try to make sure that they're in place to where they correlate to what's being talked about. So it's a little time consuming. It's not simply just a, cut and paste or copy and paste. But with the color charts, there is representation of your, you breed this color to this color, you're going to get 25% this, 25% this, 25% this, 25% this, 50% this, 50% that. There are color charts for the gray, the buff. I believe there's for lilac and cream. And I do believe that there's one for saddleback too, if memory serves me. The one that is really going to throw everybody for a loop, and it's almost for like a roll of the dice, is those splashes. Especially blue splashes. In my experience, blue splashes, it's a crapshoot. It's a crapshoot as to what you're going to get. You cannot really predict that very well unless you possibly know their background, but they could throw you whatever they want. With that, when you're talking about splashes, so from my experience with my Sylvester, he's got black on his head, and he's got kind of like a buff undertone to his backside too. And I have put him over a white bird, and since the ganders carry the color, I've put him over a white bird, and I have gotten up to like The boys, they look like they're, they're fully white until just about breeding season. When it's breeding season, it's almost like a second, they've molted out and stuff, and they get a little bit more coloring to their backside right between their feathering. Sometimes you can't see it with the naked eye. You got to get up underneath there and look. I've put them over a gray bird. I got splashes. So some of them might carry more color, others may not. Again, if I am misspeaking at any point, even after this is done, somebody please correct me, because my brain just does not comprehend that stuff to retain it. It comprehends it when I'm reading it. It comprehends it when I'm talking to somebody about it. So next, let's go on to a next topic. These ganders and behaviors. Let me just, show you a few behaviors that I see. I'm going to turn my camera around. So, you guys have all heard me talk about Sylvester. Sylvester's usually in my face. He's up my rear end. He will not leave me alone. And it's not like in a mean, I'm going to flog you type of way. But let's just look at Sylvester this year. You can see that stink eye over his girl. Last year, Sylvester was so far up in my business, I couldn't walk without stepping on him. So we're going to go, The last time this bird actually ever hissed at me was 3 years ago, guys. So it can change from year to year. I don't know if he's getting cranky in his old age. Come on, guys, bed. I don't know if he's getting cranky in his old age or what it is. No, bed. Let's go. Thank you. So, their behaviors can change from year to year. From day to day. They're so hormonal, they have no idea what they're talking about. And I gotta remember when I'm done here to check out Miss Callista. She's even standing on one leg right now. My gray boy here, he's a little bit more testy. His granddaddy was really super testy. Really, really testy. He was a blue splash. His daddy was a little less testy. See? He's like, and he's, hey! Thank you. He's wanting to challenge me. You can see him wanting to challenge me. But we've got this understanding here that if I walk into him, he's just like, uh-oh, I messed up. Now, let's see how this goes. Come on, Callista. I'll check you out in a minute, honey. Come on, baby girl. What did you do? What did you do? I had one of my whites cut their foot, and they were limping pretty good. Now, everybody's inside. Let's see what he does now. He does the same thing because those are his girls. This is going to be fun to check Callista out. Do you want to? Yeah, that's what I thought. We don't behave like that, now do we? Excuse me. Yep. Haha. So, it's a matter of establishing with them. They're ganders. They're gonna do it. It is in their law of nature. And yeah, they will eventually return back to their normal behaviors. I have noticed that some of them get a little crankier. What have you guys done? Some of them get a little bit crankier and a little bit more off-standish after breeding season. But for the most part, you don't have to worry about stuff like that happening. Come on, guys. Bed. So this one here, this is Fluff. He was the boy that hatched in 2020, December 2020. He is all up in my business. The other, and I'm saying this, knock on wood, so far, and I think it's because I got 3 girls in here, these boys are actually getting along. But you can see the difference in how they're standing. Fluff here is a little bit more relaxed. This one here, he's a little bit more on guard. This one here wasn't as spoiled as what Fluff was here. And then you got little Miss Sophia here being in my business too. What, honey? What, baby girl? I know. So, you know, I mean, like this morning, I was opening this gate, and the bigger one here, he's standing right behind me, and I'm like, excuse me, young man. So I'm just going to stand here for a minute and see what he does. I'm going to turn my back. And, you know, something that I tell everybody is never turn your back on a gander during breeding season. If you're a mother, it's like watching your kids in the store. You know what I'm talking about. Am I right, guys? Or am I right? He's not going to do it now because he knows I'm watching him. You punk. He knows I'm watching him. That's why he ain't going to do anything. But it's a matter of having an understanding. I can walk in here. What, Bubba? What? But I still don't trust him to save my life. I really don't. You got to keep that third eye on you. And you've got to, you know, I don't know. See? He's... Now watch this. I've never... Usually when I'm walking out, I have the bucket, and I kind of hang my bucket, like, back here behind me, and I kind of walk out kind of halfway side shuffle. They think I have treats for them. I don't. It's too expensive right now. But you can see the difference in their behaviors. What? And I just crouched down to their level. Here comes Fluff and Sophia. Guys, oh really? Huh? Is that your girl? See, I mean, as long as I'm not bugging them, they're not bugging me. Thank you, Michelle. Right now, I'm really kind of testing the limit because I have no idea what he's capable of. This is his first year. So I really don't know. If I throw the phone down, and then you got her. She's just a doll. Oh, really? Now, see, I think I screwed up. I think I screwed up and kept the wrong boy. He's got a little bit of color in his back end right there. You can see it. Just a smidge. Not much. But see, these guys are right here in my face. You guys are dirty, too, from playing out in that mud hole. Yes, you are. What? Come here. Come here. Hi, Sophia. Hi, baby girl. What? Oh, I do, too. Michelle, I do, too. I mean, oh, God, I can't get up. Hold on. Okay. But see how he's standing up there more? I do, too. But ultimately, I've got such a, you know, I've got them to where they know not to screw around with me. My dad can walk in and, like, Dad's supposed to be home this weekend. During this week, they've progressively gotten worse. This week has progressively gotten worse. I've actually seen some breeding activity. I actually had 2 eggs today from this pen. So maybe, I don't know. But ultimately, I mean, I can just stand there with my hands on my hips and be like, you really want to bring it? Pack a lunch because you're going to be here for a while. And they know not to mess with me. And I mean, if you guys want to stay on, if you want me to keep going, I will keep going and show the behaviors. I don't know how well it works for people that say, you know, carry your ganders around, put them down on the ground, you know, etc. like that. I tried that with my blue splashes. It didn't work with my blue splashes. I don't know if it was the blue splash. I don't know, but man, they were just evil. Just evil things. So I'm going to turn you back around here. We're going to go on and take care of Sylvester and Fiona. I still got to do water. So, yeah. So there's Sylvester. He really is feeling kind of spicy this year. He really is. I do have this pen that 4 screws, and I can have this pen divided off if I need to. So I'm not worried about the boys over there. Hey, here. Have a bucket of feed. Shh. Guys. Shh. I know. Thank you. So, real quick, just want to show you guys. Also, too, when you're checking for eggs and stuff like that, you know, do not forget that I leave, like, when I came in this morning, I covered it back up and stuff like that. But I will usually take, if I'm collecting the eggs, and brush everything out of the spot. That way I can notice if there's something there or not. Now see, Sylvester, like I said, he's feeling awful spicy. See how I got the bucket? That works just as well. It's almost like don't mess with the bucket type of thing. The other thing that I use, I have no idea where it's even at. Oh, right here. Right here. The other thing that works great is this rake. Gives you a wide berth. And what's nice about these rakes too is a hen, their neck will fit right in between those slots. So you can use that to kind of create a barrier for when you need to get eggs. Or, God, I can't remember the name for them. I call it a spaghetti noodle spoon. You know, with the slots in it for spaghetti noodles and the hole for measuring. Somebody tipped me off to using one of those for collecting, you know, put it on like a stick and collect your eggs from there. So again, let's see how these guys behave. Guys! I'm gonna get down to their level. But right now I'm literally just testing. What? And then you've got him over here. Yeah. How much you want to bet he's going to try and jump at me? How much you want to bet? Watch, because I said it, he's not going to. He's not going to. His dad used to try and jump up there to get me. His dad used to try and get me. And guys, hey! See? And that was Mr. Man. He didn't get me. I felt him. I had the bucket right here. He got my hand with the bucket. I turned and I didn't have the bucket behind me all the way yet. He lunged at my hand. He didn't get me. He didn't break any skin. He like tapped it. So, see, he was just all up in my face, nice and friendly. And I wasn't watching my back because I was talking to you guys. But that's some of the behaviors that you can expect. And you deal with it. You roll with the punches, you deal with it. It's part of the life of having geese. So, but I am now at the point where it's going to take me 2 hands to do this because I got to do waters. I got to get back in and, oh, this is going to be a muddy mess. I got to get back in and feed the dogs and do some cleaning and work on the website and eventually feed myself too. I know that there's only been a few of you on here, but any questions, any comments, anything like that, as far as any of the stuff that I've talked about. Michelle, I know you came in late, but I was talking earlier about some of the stuff that's going on with the club and how I feel that the club is going in a good direction. I don't know why I did that. Why I feel that the club is going in a good direction and really starting to grow. Oh, wait, I forgot one thing about the club. I forgot one thing. If you guys haven't noticed it, if you're a member of the club, you are able to register for a breeder list. Everybody keeps asking, where can I find? Where can I find? Well, that's where you're going to be able to find your stuff. That's where you're going to be able to find. We only have a couple people on the list right now. You can go to the website and check. I'm just going to find somewhere to prop you guys up right now. I don't want to turn my phone. I don't know if that's going to stay. But there's the breeder list. It is under breeders. It is a member-only area. At the moment, I think there's only 4 of us on there right now. So, there is... Hold on. 2 hands. Yeah. There is a small fee for it because we did have to upgrade the website. The more people that we have for memberships and the more people on that list, we might be we should be able to cut that price down. If not, get away from it. But we have, right now we're not self-sustaining within the funds. Yes. All your shirt funds go towards all your shirts that you buy. Right now, they're going right back into getting more shirts. I'm hoping that Amy can work on designing us something really fun and catchy. So yes, Amy, if you see this, I'm talking about you. Hint, hint, wink, wink. So yeah, shirts, breeder list. Everything's on the website. Goal. Everything on the website. Charla, sure, that's great. Post it to the Friends of page. The only ones that can post on this page are admins, which it's not just me anymore. It is Gene Ribick over in Washington, Jerry Payton, who's doing the memberships, and Jennifer Riccardi over on the east side. She took on district director for that side. Excuse me. Holy crikey, what? Boys! Hold on. Really? Do you want to go there, Fluff? Hose, ready, aim, fire. Do you really want to go there? I can put straw down just as easy. Thank you. Yeah, so guys, I'm going to go ahead and get off here because I need both hands to watch these boys, apparently. Any videos or anything that you want to upload or post, put on the Friends of page, and we can, yeah, put them on the Friends of page. Thanks, guys. I got to get these guys done. Later.